Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Bradley Knight. I'm the classic 70s boy. Today I got two chainsaws right now. You guys get to see and unveil today. We're going to talk about my P28 that I have. Runs first start. This is Stihl's worst enemy's chainsaw. Start off the old P28. Now here's what you see, guys. I'll give you guys a close-up look at the old P28 here. There you guys go. It's an old P28 here. There you guys go. Let's talk about it. Now, your chainsaws, your compact saws back in the day, well, there's differences. Now, I got one more chainsaw to show you. This time it's a little bit more bigger, heavier and bulkier, and this is your big compact saw. This here is what you'll see, the bigger version. This is a 58 zip, still working on it currently. Trying to find a part chainsaw. A full built chainsaw is just like this one. I picked both of these up. Picked one up at a, which is a 79 Pioneer here. I picked up at a tractor show. Then I picked up the 58 zip at a Christmas barn. Couldn't pass it for $100. I had to go with it. I couldn't help myself. But these two chainsaws sitting behind me, they're the best saws ever made. Between the 58 zip. These are starting to get back to the compact saws, but now here's the 58 zip I got right here. Let me give you guys a wide angle so you guys can turn this camera around. There we go. There you guys go. Don't mind the phone. I'm using my phone today, so you guys will be seeing the whole 58 zip version of it. There she is, cocked up and ready to go. But the second thing is, what you get down and talk about is the 79 Pioneer. What's the history about it? Let's move this to the side for right now. The 58 zip. Bring him down. He's a little hot though because I run him today. I start these things up every day. These things are run every single day. Let's talk about the 79 Pioneer I have here. So this guy's in front of Georgia. Okay, the 1979 Pioneer here. Well, here's a story. Long story short, 1979, Husky was getting ready to part with Pioneer back in 79. This is right between my saw. They didn't buy out Pioneer yet until 1980. Husky haven't bought down Pioneer yet until like 1980. They haven't bought them out yet. So 1979 was the middle. This is the middle of their conversation after they, unveiled this. How I know this was a 79? Because it said it on the tag that says Canadian on it. There's a tag on you for this. I'll tell you what the year is and what the date is on the chainsaw. So this is a 1979 Pioneer, and this is number 2. This is a real collector's item right here, and this is number 2 from the manufacturer. So this makes the second one is manufactured. So it means this was not the last one rolled off. This was the second one that rolled off the production line. But here's the story. Long story short, Stihl and Pioneer, they were head on. And let me tell you something. The story gets a little bit more twisty and scarier. Well, back in the mid-1970s, what Stihl gave the opportunity, and I don't like Stihl, don't get me wrong, I like the weed whackers. The weed whackers are the best, but the one thing I don't like is their chainsaws. Now these days, you see these chainsaws blow up and have problems. A lot of people keep talking about the 500 odds. Everybody hates it. Everybody just discusses it because it just how bad it just cuts. And just cuts terrible. Now, look no further. If you're in the old school chainsaws like I am currently looking for a Super 250, McCullough Super 250, and with a full wraparound bar or the half wraparound bar. I don't care, but as long as it's a Super 250, I want it. Or just a regular 250, I don't care. But that's the saw I'm looking for. And still today, this is my first day making a YouTube channel for you guys. So bear with me here. So this is a true story between Stihl and Pioneer. Okay, let's get started on Stihl's Pioneer. Okay, Stihl and Pioneer, let's get started. See why they hate each other. Here's why they hate each other. First topic was, who made the first easy arc start first? Definitely was not Craftsman, and it definitely was not Stihl, and it definitely was not Husky. I think I can't fix up 100. Oh, guys. Oh, damn utility. But this 1979 Pioneer has the easy arc start. And look no further. Guess who started first? Pioneer did. between 1969 to 1967, they first made the Easy Arc Start before Steel did, before Husky did. They were one of the first brands to come up with the Easy Arc Start. That's when Steel kind of ganged up on Pioneer. They started fighting together. They started, which saw is better. So this saw was complete. This thing right here, back in 1979, was the fastest cutting saw. This actually has a 78 cc's, the top end of this thing. I tuned her up a little bit, so now she's got 79.5 cc's. She's tuned up a little bit. Adjust the auto a little bit higher, and the high pitch and a little bit in the middle, so that way I can get more cc's out of this thing. So I believe I got 79 cc's out of this thing. This thing was original with 78 cc's. Now, you all out in the old chainsaws. Well, I even got a 50s chainsaw sitting right here. I just missed my last one. It's a 60s chainsaw. Yep, you guys hear me right. It's going to be my last chainsaw before these two. Yep, the old McCullough Super 250 is going to make my last chainsaw. And I'm not buying any more. This is my last one. So if I find it tomorrow, I hope I do. You know, give me prayers. I want prayers to find this damn thing, because I really, really want this chainsaw. I can't pass on it. I've been looking for it for days and days. Couldn't find one. Been on eBay. They were wanting too much money for them. It's just crazy. Nice someone was giving away a one, but I don't think no one's gonna give away with this chainsaw. Not without a big fair price. Not if you're paying for a lot of those chainsaws. But I want to talk about the branches. Pioneer was 10 times more better than Steel. Here's why. It was all about the chain, which they had on this. It actually has the original chain, the original bar, which is how I can tell that this is the original bar. Look at the hole in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see. See the hole in the middle? Right here. This hole right here. That's the original bar. That's how you can tell if it's the original bar or not. And this is also the original chain, which is the big tooth chain, which is the good chains. And this is an aftermarket chain here. This is one of the great chains right there. See the big teeth on that sucker? That's about 2 inches thick right there of chain. You're gonna think I'm crazy when I bought this chainsaw. But, you know, I paid $40 for it. Yeah. Got a hell of a deal. And thought it was not gonna run. When I first got it, I thought this thing was never gonna run. You guys seen my video? You guys seen on my YouTube shorts? Yeah, I burned my hand on this thing, by the way. I was carrying it on my shoulder like I should do. You know? Got the old 70s flannel on. I got some of the 70s shit on, like my Pioneer belt buckle I'm always wearing with the Pioneer matches with this chainsaw. I was supposed to go after a P65, but it turns out I had to get this saw right here. I was just looking for a P65, the most rarest Pioneer chainsaw in the world, and say it was recommended one to be the best chainsaws in the world, because it actually never had an automatic, you know, it had a manual. It was manual. I'm still working on this 58 zip. The oiler was not working on this one for some damn reason. That's my dog up there. She's running around. Still going crazy. Don't mind her. Alright, guys. It's getting too bright in here. I'm going to take you guys back in the garage, and we're going to talk about this. Now, most people call me the yapper, which is I don't care. You know, I'm just going to laugh at them like I'm supposed to do. Make fun of them. That's what the hell I do. But if Buck and Billy Rays sees my YouTube channel, try to get his ass, try to give him some attention for me, please. You know, this man right here is not only the best guy, but he's the best tuner chainsaw in the world. He can tune a chainsaw just like that. Just a flip of the wrist. He's pretty good at tuning chainsaws, if you ask me, but he's not. He said he's not very good at building chainsaws, which I understand that. That's why I'm having problems with this 58 zip. So me and him's not the only one who are having problems. Now, the reason why I'm going to go with one McCullough, and one Pioneer, and one homelight, because I want my chainsaws to look a little bit more different. I want my collection to look a little bit more different. I want this thing to be full of, you know, homelights like XLs and all that. You see XLs, you see all those things, but not a 58 zip. You don't see these things at all. I mean, look how big this thing is. Compared to your wrist, this thing right here I could pick up every single day. This thing weighs about, if you had the bar on it, had everything on it probably, including the recoil spring, which is I got to order for it because it needs a new recoil spring. I like to find a whole part chainsaw because the carburetor blew out of this one, and I can go show you. I already showed you what happened to the carburetor. That's the single jet carburetor. They do make a dual jet carburetor, which is that's what's in the McCulloch Super 250s and the rest of the other McCullochs, like the Pro series, like the Pro 25 and the Pro 250, the Pro 75, the Pro 79. It just they made over a lot of saws. 125. There's the 1010, but the 1010 never came with a jet carb. It came with a frog mouth style carburetor, which is a little bit different. It's made by McCulloch. Check that out. You guys are gonna have to look that up. Even the 10.6s, even the 10.7s have it. And they are the worst carburetors ever to get into. They don't make carb kits for them anymore for them. But the reason I'm making this YouTube video so long, so you guys can get an understanding how the history worked and how it, how it evolves. This is the history, guys. We're talking about history. We're talking about chainsaw history. We're not talking about shitty history. We're talking about the good shit made back in the day. Like a new modern saws. This thing can still outtake the new modern saws, even the electric saws. I had this Pioneer about maybe 4 years and a half, almost 4 years. It's going to be 4 years since I had this thing. I was looking at the time when I got this chainsaw. I was like, damn, 2020 was a good while ago. I got this sucker 2021, and now it's already getting old already. It's getting more older, but hey, it runs just as fine. Starts up clean as day. I can prove it to you. Now, sometimes you do got to do this to get this thing to start. Four-wheeler. Razor. Okay. Boom, just like that. One start. Let's get a little bit of the gas. Hear that big muffler sound? Listen. Listen to that sound. Listen to that. Oh, this has got the big gun exhaust pipe you guys always wanted in your chainsaws. This thing here has every single bell and whistle on this thing. It even has the throttle lock. Oh, don't even get started with the easy choke right here. Look at that. I can put my finger right on the choker here. I'll show you guys. See this choke right here? Look at that. Easy right there. And the throttle lock's right here on top. It's a good throttle lock. I used it. I tried it out. Works good. Everything on this chainsaw works. But except for the plastic cover I cannot find, which is the airbox cover. Those are super rare pieces. Try to find one for the chainsaw by itself, a brand new one, but turns out they don't exist. So I have to go buy another part saw. Use the part saw as this, if it even has an air cover, because most of these things are blown out or taken apart. At least it still has a cover on it. That's all that matters. I mean, all that matters is at least it still has the airbox cover. The original airbox cover came with this chainsaw. It was cracked when I got it, so I still couldn't pass it. It still ran. It still fired up for me. But I'll eventually find one of these. It's just going to take time to find one of these pieces. This part here is super rare to find. I mean, if I could take this thing out, I can show you guys. Don't even start with these. These right here, these are rare. You think you're going to find these on eBay? Oh, hell no. You're paying about $70 for one of these on eBay if it does pop up. Or $80. You ain't going to find a single airbox cover for around about 20 bucks. I'm just saying. These saws are here. Their parts are extremely rare. They don't make parts for me anymore. Remember, they ended the production line in 1988, and that was it. That was all Pioneer had back in the day. If you try to find parts for a Pioneer, good luck finding them, because you're going to have to find them used. You folks out there got to listen. Listen good. If you got a rare chainsaw, you ain't going to find fucking parts for them. Like the rammers, they're called the ram chainsaws. Guess what? Parts for those are completely fucking rare. You never heard of Ram chainsaw? Just like your Ram Dodge TRX, but this is called Ram. It's a super rare chainsaw also. Now, don't mind my chainsaw YouTube channel here, but you know, I'm going to definitely go show you how this thing works. I'm going to show you how this thing runs. When I go find if we move into a new place, I will probably run this thing. If we have a bunch of woodlands everywhere, and my dad wants me to cut down trees, I will show you how this thing runs. See, I'm an old school guy. I ain't nothing about new school, because new school shit's just, they're out of my league. And they're junk, they don't last, they don't tend to last. You guys are wasting your money buying these new steels while you guys ain't buying these old chainsaws. But that's your opinion. My opinion and your opinion's totally different than mine. So we'll just keep our opinions the same. How about that? You know, keep it even. Keep it even Steven. But, you know, no one doesn't like me talking about Pioneers because no one doesn't like them. That's why. No one has ever heard of Pioneers. No one ever seen a Pioneer before. That's just them. Like the old folks, they'll tell you, this is one of the best saws ever made. And it still is today. One of the greatest saws ever made. I still can't believe this thing's been set for 2 years. 2 years. But it's been sitting there for fucking more. And the fuel tank was not even all rusted up inside. It's all in great shape. You know? It has low hours over it. It's missing the middle sticker right here, which gives you all the warning signs. But it's got this one, sticker right here that tells me this was actually the original chain. So, yeah, look at this. Canadian style chain. Automatic oiler. With the big teeth on the chain cuts it so easy. Friends, pals, buds, whatever I should call you. I should call you buds. Buds, look here. This is not an ordinary Pioneer. Listen to me. This Pioneer has a lot to offer. These things are here. They will run. Good. You gotta learn how to take care of them right. You don't take care of these saws right, why the hell did you waste your money to buy one of these? Fix them, Look at that. See the exhaust pipe? It's got the big gun exhaust pipe right here, that's what you want in a big chainsaw, right? You want something loud and snappy. Well, Pioneer actually offered that in 1965, called the gunshot barrel. They call it the gunshot shotgun. It's just kind of like, they call it the shotgun exhaust pipe. You know why they call it the shotgun exhaust pipe? Because it looks like a shotgun. It looks like a shotgun exhaust pipe. It looks like a normal shotgun barrel, just like you see them like on a Pioneer. They call that the shotgun shot. This thing will crackle. You guys heard this thing crackle already. You guys know what these things sound like. These things right here, they will crackle. They'll make a great crackle noise. And if you want something that's nice and sounds nice in tone, not too loud, not too noisy like the Zip is, well, perfect saw. But between Husky, they were just not. Steel was kind of a great saw, but they were trying to steal things off of Pioneer. That's just how it worked. I never was a Steel guy. I never will be either. You see this belt buckle here? It's Pioneer, official Pioneer. And homelight, and McCullough's. That's it. Now let's talk about the big boy. This runner here. You guys are gonna amaze yourself here. This thing has got a bang shot exhaust pipe. This thing right here, it'll knock your ears right out, clear as day. And this is one of the loudest chainsaws ever made and ever produced in 1958. I'm still working the bugs on it. I'm trying to get the oil to work. It still ain't gonna be on in it. Nope. It's coming out with oil. That's a good thing, but it's not coming out super fast. Yeah, it's not coming out super fast. I don't know how you fix the oiler. So you guys might teach me how to fix this oiler. What should I do to the oiler to fix this thing? Because it's not pumping really fast. It's not shooting it out, which it should be. It should be shooting the oiler out. But it's not. Might have to work it out a little bit. But you guys know, I haven't done any work to this yet until I get the parts for it to get this thing back to be running again. The clutch, super fantastic. I paid $100 for it. You guys know that I love my chainsaws. The history about chainsaws is a great thing, All right, let's talk about the 58 Zip. This was a Craftsman compeller. So, this is Craftsman's worst eminence, and basically Steel's worst eminence also, and Husky's worst eminence. But Husky bought them out in 1992, made her saw shittier. Had one of the shittiest saws that's completely torn down. It's put on a motorbike that was been sitting for a long time. There's like a bicycle with a chainsaw engine on it, but it's been sitting there for a while and never ran. Stuff that sit. But I could tell you the story about these. Here's the story. They are great. They are great saws. They run great. They're loud, super loud, and they'll blow your ears right out. These things will. Now, this is not a compact saw. This is like a heavier man's saw between, the Zip the Pioneer, the branches that you see every day. You'll see these branches every day. Get you guys in the shade here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. See, now you guys can see now. I'm holding the camera for you guys. Let me tell you something. The story behind this saw here is a great saw, and you guys don't know nothing about these saws like I do. You know? Or Buck and Billy Rays do. Or anybody does. You know? Let me tell you something. These are great saws. To be up by far, you're going to learn shit off me if you don't learn. Let me tell you something. The fact is, on my videos here, I do this for a reputation. I do this every day for you guys. And you know damn well, I love all you. And, you know, I'm just trying to make content for y'all. Now, this makes the second time making a YouTube channel. But I will be posting this up a little bit later, so you guys will just going to have to wait for a little bit. You might be like later tonight. It will send out to later tonight. I don't know when this video is going to get posted, but I'm going to post it very, very soon. This is like the longest video I ever recorded in my entire life. Talk about these saws. But you guys seen the Pioneer. It runs just fine. All you just got to do is give it a little bit of fuel a few times. Like, you know, mess with the throttle up a little bit. Give it a little bit of gas, and it will start just first run, first pull. You know, it does it to me all the time. You know, I love this chainsaw. I love the old Pioneer. It's the best chainsaw ever made. If you guys want to know these saws, you guys want to pick yourselves up with one of these. And if you find yourself a P65, the most rarest chainsaw, you're lucky to have one. If you find a McCullough Super 250, I really want it. You know, I've always been a McCullough fan, but never got one, never had one, and I just got to try to find one tomorrow. Try to find one, but I seriously doubt I'm going to find one. At least I'm going to try. Let me give it a shot. I'm going to save up all my money. I took all the money to the bank already. And now it's time for me to go look for this chainsaw. A last chainsaw, which is a 1960s version chainsaw. It has to be it. It cannot be no one else, because no other chainsaws is, you know, a little bit more compact than McCullough was. McCullough was the first brand that were trying to get into the compact saws. The Super 250 was the first compact saw ever made between the Pioneer. You know, in 1969, Pioneer finally came up with it. But Pioneer was the first one that made the easy arc start, though. They're the ones that made the first easy arc start. That means it'll start up easy, winter, summer, and it'll start just like 6 pulls or 1 pull. Instead of just killing your arms, pulling them. It's like this old 58 zip. This thing will kill your arms. You'll be pulling it all day. This is a great saw for you guys. If you guys want to get into chainsaws like I would start with a junky saw first, like a Poland's. Then work your way up to like a zip. And work your way up to like a 70s chainsaw. I'd throw all those old chainsaws away because they're not even worth the price that I paid for. Yeah, I wasted a lot of money on them. Like $20 for the, you know, I mean, I don't like Poland's completely. They were just junk. I had one, and I run it through some wood, and next thing you know, it started voguing high. It started revving high and started voguing down, revving high, voguing down, revving high. High pitch, I was going, it was like so high pitch, it was just bust your ears out. I had it up here running last time. It was just bad. It was just terrible. I thought the dang thing was going to blow up on my face, but it didn't. But as you guys see, these are two of the best chainsaws ever made between the mid-70s and the early 50s. I don't got the mid-60s. It's missing right here in the middle. Let me scoot this up. This is the only chainsaw that's missing in this spot. It's missing right here. It's a 60s chainsaw, and it has to be a Super 250. They're a little bit bigger than the P28. I think it's going to be a little bit more bigger. Well, it's not going to be a little bit more bigger than this, but it's going to be a little bit more taller in both of these, I think. This is going to be more taller because it's a 58 zip. It's more bigger. I can carry this thing every single day now. It's just not that heavy. And once you get the bar on, it's about 100 pounds. This one here is really not that heavy. I can pick this thing up with my arm. Didn't shake my arm, did it? Nope. Pick this thing with one hand. This thing, oh my God, not really. I can a little bit. I probably could pick both of these up with one hand, probably. You know. You guys put your back over here so I can show you how to pick this thing up. But the story behind this 58 zips is some old guy had this and I bought it off of him, and haven't seen that old guy ever since. He's supposed to be selling me another saw to me. Haven't seen him ever since. It was a wizard with a cutback saw. You know, it's like a bar cutter. Looks like a bar cutter. It goes, it goes like that. So back and forth. instead of like the chain style like this here. They thought that was easy to cut through wood. But, you know, guys, my YouTube channel here is Bradley Knight here. So please leave a like and leave a shout out for y'all. And, you know, I'm not trying to look through the camera because I don't know why I'm not looking through the camera. But you guys, let's go ahead and pick these two up. Prove you have to pick both of these up with one hand. All right. There, see? One hand to each side. Look at that. Oh yeah, both heavy. They ain't that heavy. I ain't complaining. Now you guys know what's the heaviness between the saws. But I like to say thank you guys for watching, and leave a like, comment down below. If you like this video, I'll keep making more videos of this on my chainsaws. Make more chainsaw content. Hoo-ah! Let's keep going, boys.